And do you have any favorite exhibits here that you've seen?
Well, as far as, of course, ours, I think, is by far the best. We've got the technology of 3D TV, the latest in computer animation and holography, which shows, a limitless technology which is up and coming, which I expect for the next few years is really going to blow everything away.
Which of the 4 exhibits that Jeff has brought here interests you the most and kind of fascinates you or blows you away?
I'd have to say computer animation is my favorite of everything, because it shows it's the basis for virtual technology and virtual reality. So this is like create your own universe. With computer animation, you can create it, and then with virtual reality and the technologies associated with that, you can throw yourself into it and become a part of it.
Do you have a favorite one here at all, of all these exhibits that were your favorite?
Yeah, I do, actually. My favorite is called Makeup, and it's over hanging on the wall over here.
I'm standing beside one of the holographic exhibits here. I see on the bottom it says Trilone, and I see a picture of a lady in here. Could you tell us a little bit about this exhibit, Jeff?
Yeah, well, this is actually done by a Canadian artist, right? His name is Gerard Alone, and he used to be a fashion photographer, so I think it shows in his quality of work. I mean, as far as like the attractive lady, the settings, things along this line, right? This is actually my second favorite hologram in my whole collection.
Has he won any kind of acclamations or awards on this particular piece?
Not that I know of, But other than people's response to it, people respond very strongly to his work.
And has he put out any other kind of art in holographic type?
To my knowledge, I have 3 of his pieces, and they're displayed here in the exhibit.
Yeah, I'm standing beside another exhibit here. We have holography. I see Gerard Alon's name is here again. And maybe you can tell us something about this exhibit, Jeff.
Okay. Again, this is the artist we were talking about earlier, this Canadian. And I have 3 of his works in this exhibit. And it's one of my favorite pieces. They're more, how do I put it? A lot of holograms have taken places like objects and things on this line, right? I actually think that he's used his background as a fashion photographer to create a scene, a mood, and then do the hologram of it.
Since I'm in the area of computers, I wonder if you could tell me how holograms can interface with the computer environment.
Okay. Basically, right now, the uses of computers have been in the laboratory itself, as far as when a hologram is made, there's a certain kind of a setup that's required beforehand. Okay, the setup requires as far as like vibration isolation, and once that happens, you want to be out of the room. So computers have been used to program the shutters, turn the lasers on, things on this line, and the utility capacity. In the case of the moving holograms that you saw, the computers are used to advance the film, where each frame is then made into a hologram. A friend of mine, Lloyd Cross, who invented the moving holograms, he called them multiplexes at the time, has got a system right now where he actually has all the variables of a hologram put into a computer. And it tells him, he puts the setting he wants, he puts the shot he wants, and the computer actually tells him what angles to use, where to put the lenses, how to program that. So he's almost got a perfect shot each time, and it's been very effective. It's been working very well. The use of computers in the future are going to be, again, I see beyond the methods I'm talking about right now, are going to be used as far as the creation of the images themselves. And with animation, kinoforms, computer-generated the videos themselves. So more into the creation of the images themselves.
I noticed beside me that we've actually got an article saying there may be a feature-length holographic movie coming to in the future to a theater near you. And we just want to ask Jeff about this, what his thoughts on this are.
Okay. Well, what we're talking about in this particular article here is the fact that it's an evolution of the holograms you've seen in this display where they're moving. And the inventor of that is like Lloyd Cross. And he's actually evolved that particular technology to the point where we have the capacity to do projected full-color holographic cinema.
And what kind of, would that be just a short motion picture you would do or something feature-length?
It could actually be either way. You know, it's the length. The type of technology we're talking about is the type of technology that actually interfaces with motion picture film. So in other words, the production of the film itself would be done in motion picture film and then converted to a holographic form, and then with his technology projected, in a sense, out into space. And so the length would be dependent on what the budget or the production itself is, right? But what I find the uniqueness of this particular process is the fact that we're going to be able to have the capacity to interface with film and anything that's available with film today, special effects, computer animation, video effects, anything on that line, right? So in other words, the film itself will be produced in a standard sort of a medium way and then converted to holograms and then put it through this process and then through the hardware to actually create a holographic movie, cinema, whatever.
Okay. How many years would you say this is away? Are we within a few years or this down the road a long time?
Yeah, well, the question of time is more, it's not the technology is available right now. It's a question of when we're going to implement it. And I would, if I wanted to guesstimate right now, I would say within 2-3 years. First of all, I would see this technology being used more in amusement park ride capacity, as opposed to actually distributed into films or to theaters, because of the fact that we don't go into a regular theater and use this technology. We actually have to convert the theater itself. We have to bring in special hardware to create this effect, right? So I see it being used first as an amusement park attraction, as like whatever, their attraction for the year. And when that's in place, to actually franchise or however it works, to actually set up theaters throughout the nation, the world, whatever.
I hope you've enjoyed part 1 of this video. Please watch part 2 on August the 31st at the same time. I would like to hear from anybody with any comments you have about this particular presentation or about the show and the way I'm promoting it. You might have been one of the recipients recently as I tried something new this time to promote the show by faxing various companies, associations, etc. around the city to see if a more direct approach would increase my audience. Let me know what your response has been by either writing to the box number 31 Winnipeg, giving me a phone call at the studio, or if I can't get your call, phone me at 775-3548 and leave a message on my 24-hour answering machine. So stay with me on August the 31st when I'll be playing the rest of this very special presentation on holography, 3D television, and virtuality. I'd just like to mention some public service announcements now. The Manitoba AutoCAD Users Group meets at 7 o'clock at the Dining Room South, Winnipeg Technical Center, 130 Henlow Bay, corner of Scurfield and Waverley. Contact Irene Katsagara at 488-2451. August the 20th, this Thursday, the Winnipeg PC User Group meets at 7 o'clock at the Jubilee Auditorium. That's at the corner of Talbot and Henderson Highway. Phone 488-9796 for more details. This month, Intel will be with us when we take a look into the year 2000 as they talk about chip technology and other things. There is now a $2 charge for members and a $1 charge for non-members, for members to cover the hall rental cost. Dell is coming in September, and in October we have Microsoft maybe previewing a Windows NT software package. And in November, we always make a trek off to Comdex in Las Vegas. Our BBS now has 4 phone lines on there, and we pretty well have conferences on any topic you can think of. Now, we are also carrying the FidoNet conferences and the Usenet conferences in the city. New things are being planned all the time for future in conjunction with the events and the bulletin board systems. Muddy Waters does not meet during the summer months, so the next meeting will be the last Monday of September, when they will meet at Theatre C Basic Medical Sciences Building. That's Emily and Bannatyne. They have the largest BBS in Manitoba with over 1.2 gigabytes of software online, including 3 CD-ROMs. They've joined up with FidoNet and Usenet conferences from University of Manitoba. They have 5 lines into their BBS. So those are just some public service announcements. One last announcement I'd like to make mention about is a BBS SIG group is now running for those people that want to learn more about modems and BBSs. You can give me a call at 775-3548. I also have another group that's starting up on Windows. If you're a Microsoft Windows user, you can get involved in a SIG group which is starting in September, and give me a call at the same number. And the last SIG group that I'm starting up is for Quicken users. It's an accounting package. This will be getting going in September too. So you can give me a call on any of those SIG groups, or if you have some suggestions for SIG groups, you can give me a call about those too, because I'm always open to any suggestions. These SIG groups are free of charge, and they're open to anybody, regardless if you're a member or not. So I'd just like to make mention about those. And I just want to make mention too that if you want to read articles about computer news, there are 2 local publications you can pick up at the Library, Bank of Montreal, Mac stores in the city. One is called the Computer Paper. The other one is called the Computer Post. The Computer Post was kind enough to write an article on tonight's presentation in the August issue, and I thank the editor for that. So if you've discovered something new, or you would like to come on my show and talk about technological products or software, please drop me a line at Box 31 Winnipeg with the details, and I'll be happy to give you some consideration in doing a show on your type of topic. And also, I want to make mention that upcoming topics are going to be Windows 3.1, OS 2.0, accounting software, laser printer products, and I hope to have the Amiga with the NewTek Video Toaster on in the very near future. And I will also be covering any Macintosh type products. So if you're owners of these type of products, get in touch with me, because I'd like to have you on my show and talk about these technological products. I thank you for watching the show, and hope you'll be with me again on August the 31st, at which time I will help you learn all about computers.